Hello, everybody. Tara Pasum is here, and today I wanted to talk to you about how to craft your story. And I am here to assure you that yes, you do indeed have a story. People aren't going to relate to you because you have six-pack abs or you're making $1 million with Beachbody. They're going to relate to your stories. They're going to see the things that you've gone through in life, and they're going to be able to relate to that. They're going to be able to then put themselves in your shoes and say, hey, if she could do it, then I could do it too. So you're going to first want to have your elevator Beachbody story. So this is your very short two-minute story on how Beachbody has changed your life. And you're going to want to practice this. You're going to want to practice this story. And it's it might take some time. It's taken me quite a bit of time to put it into words, and it can change over time. But here are the elements to create your elevator Beachbody story. It's going to include your background, what you didn't like about your background, how Beachbody came to the rescue, and your results, or how you feel about your future. Okay, so here's mine to give you an example. My story. I was a pregnant mom working shifts at a bar that I had been at since high school. Although I loved my job, it no longer suited my lifestyle. I knew that the late nights of serving people bar food and alcohol couldn't be fun forever. After a life-altering trip in 2009 of backpacking for 5.5 months through 5 countries, my husband and I made a pact. We knew that we had to find a way to get back to Costa Rica, our favorite country on the trek. We knew that we would need a portable business. Okay, so that was my background and what I didn't like about it. I knew that the bartending wasn't going to be fun forever, and it wasn't suiting my lifestyle. Okay, and then into how Beachbody came to the rescue. I was watching my friend Lindsay on Facebook after seeing how awesome she was doing with this Beachbody thing. When she mentioned retiring her husband, Tony, by the end of the year, I had an aha moment. This was it. This was my portable business. So my results and how I feel about the future. In 2.5 years since I started this business, I have found myself the healthiest and happiest I've ever been. I am doing such fulfilling work, helping others achieve health and happiness. I am also thrilled to say that I have now grown our business to the point of sustaining us abroad. We are off to Costa Rica this summer. And that's, my results and how I feel about the future. This could have been about my weight loss. I was a pregnant mom, working shifts at the bar. I had gained 60 pounds with my first son, and I didn't want to do that with my daughter. I could have then talked about how, being in the best shape of my life now, being healthy, happy, it could have taken that turn. I would suggest picking one, in one aspect in which Beachbody has changed your life, just to make it easy for you to formulate that, because I know if you focus on too many elements, it gets tough to get it into those short, concise points. And that's going to be your assignment today, is to come up with your Beachbody elevator speech. Okay, you have your Shakeology elevator speech, where someone asks you about Shakeology. You don't want to spit out a ton of information, and this is the same with your story. Okay, so everyone does have a story. You might be thinking, I have no idea what I'm gonna talk about. So just ask yourself, what events have shaped your life. And this is also too, we're going to be talking about how to share your story. So there's obviously more to you than just that moment right before Beachbody, and then how you feel about the future. So these are going to be stories that you're going to share, on your Throwback Thursdays, or just a little bit of insight into your life. Because again, what it does when you share stories is it gets people to relate to you. People relate to stories. Facts tell and stories sell. People want to be able to relate to you and say, see that you've gone through similar things that they've gone through, and know that you relate to them as well. So ask yourself, what events have shaped your life? It doesn't have to be dramatic or traumatic. You hear people say like, oh, well, she has a great story. Like Lindsay Stay. She was an alcoholic, arrested 5 times, in jail. Like, it doesn't have to be that dramatic or traumatic to be a good story. You just share your struggles, your hardships, and your flaws. Even if it was, I was skinny. I was a skinny girl, but I had this chub and this flab, and I wasn't happy. I wasn't healthy. I was skinny, but I could barely, walk the steps without getting winded. Whatever those flaws, hardships, and struggles that you have gone through in your life. And then the important thing is to have the positive spin on it, to share your goals and your visions. So it doesn't even have to be things that you have overcome already. It could be something you're in the process of overcoming. But share that vision for the future to give that hope of somebody that could be going through the same thing that you are. So this is from Katie Hefner. She is really good at crafting her story. I got the formula from her as well. And when she thought about her story, she thought she had no story. She thought her story was she barely lost any weight. She was just a normal girl with a normal job. She didn't have baby weight to lose. She didn't have a huge, crazy transformation. She didn't have to overcome any financial distress. And that's what she was saying when she first came on. Lindsay Matway was $400,000 in debt. A lot of other coaches, have these big body transformations. And she was just thinking that she had no story. But when she started to dig deeper, she just started to, write out what she was. She was in her 20s battling skinny fat. She was stressed about making ends meet. She wanted to set herself up for success, wanted to provide for her future family. She knew she was meant for something greater, and she was passionate about empowering other women. Okay, so you can see here what her struggles that she had gone through. Toxic relationship, grew up in an abusive household, stressed about money or bills. So you can see it doesn't have to be your typical, oh, I lost 50 pounds, or I'm making all this money with Beachbody now, and I paid off all my student debt. It doesn't have to be these big dramatic stories to share your story. Everybody relates to people for different reasons, and it's up to you to dig deep and share enough and be open and be transparent and share what you've gone through in life, because you never know who you're going to reach by sharing and by getting deep. And it gives others hope. It shows them that they too can get through what they're going through. It helps identify challenges within themselves and shows them how to overcome it. And being vulnerable makes you relatable, and it makes you a pillar of courage. Sharing how you overcome past struggle and hardships give others hope. Okay, so that's kind of the common running theme here, right? You share with others what you've gone through, and gives them the hope that they can get over it as well. And let your stories evoke the emotions that you want your audience to feel. So this kind of ties in with your brand. I shared a story yesterday. It's like a throwback Thursday. And that's what I want my audience to feel a sense of wanderlust, adventure, makes them want to do something crazy in this world. So, I was thinking about this as I was writing the post. I use words like epic and adventure and journey, things that I want to pull out of people. So use those emotional verbs. Your transformation, that just goes back to like showing you share the struggle, you share the story, but then share how you overcame it, and show them that it's okay to dream big, no matter what they grew through. There's that saying that every flower must grow through dirt. And by you having big visions, even if you haven't achieved them yet, even if you're just saying, someday I am, or, not someday, but giving it a date, like I will have gone on 3 life-altering trips by 2020, whatever that is. I will have my student loan paid off and have a college fund for my kids by 2016. you know, whatever your big dream is, share it. Because what you're doing is you're showing people that it's okay to dream big. It's imperative for growth to dream big. So many times we're stifled. You know, we're told when we're young to dream. You know, what do you want to be when you grow up? An astronaut? Great. But then as we get older, it's, you know, well, that's not very realistic. What do you really want to do? You want to be an accountant? You know, we're told to dream big up until a certain point, and then it's, if we continue to dream big, it's unrealistic. So show people that it is okay to still dream big. And that's it for today. So your assignment is to craft your elevator Beachbody story. Your background, what you didn't like about it, how Beachbody came to the rescue, and your results are how you feel about the future. All right, guys. Love ya.